Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Simply Sketchy. And today we have brought back someone who hasn't been here in a little while. Mostly my own fault, I'm not gonna lie. Hello, Bleach. How are you doing?
I blame you. I've been trapped in this Norwegian dungeon for far too long, coming up with terrible ideas.
Well, hey, at least I fed you, okay?
I'm sorry, but rotted fish covered in lye is not food.
Hey, you had to start bitching about something, and then I had to fucking punish you for it. You know how the rules are. You eat rotten fish when you talk smack.
Yeah, I was trying to speak your language and you took offense.
You spoke.
Bork, bork, bork.
See? Fucking Swedish and Danish. Yeah, that's kind of... you don't see me coming over to you and speak, right?
Quoi? Je ne comprends pas.
Ew, French is even worse. Well, looks like you're gonna eat more rotten fish after this. Only one thing worse than a Swede. French.
Their food?
Well, speaking of something that isn't disgusting or annoying, we're gonna talk about Star Wars. Proper Star Wars. Good Star Wars. Or 50% of the fandom thinks it's good Star Wars, and I'm part of that 50%. Clone Wars. What are the better eras?
Well, specifically, one of the RPGs that I've been playing for about 2 years of basically a clone Commando type game that we've been running. So
Yeah, I do like the Commandos because they're an elite unit inside a elite unit, wasn't it? I mean, they have a whole ass game just for them.
Right, yeah, Republic Commando, which the GM basically got his ideas off of that. Plus, he might be a little bit of a Mandalorian culture geek, if you want to call him that.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty.
A lot of
obvious.
other things I want to call him, but yeah.
Fucking nerd. That also works too. Yeah. But in our circles, that's more of a mark of pride than a mark of shame, in my opinion.
Well, it's a mark of something.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so we ended up, like there's 4 of us and the GM. Although the GM keeps doing self-inserts and it's kind of entertaining.
Really?
Yeah, he's built a couple NPCs for him to tool around with. So yeah, so we ended up doing a clone Commando squad. So thus it makes good use of 4 players, and it's basically we started off at the beginning of the Clone Wars, and we're still early on. I figure we could have a little bit of fun with some storytelling of the game, plus get into some of the lore and all that good fun stuff.
Like, how early are we talking? Are we like after the first battle of Geonosis, or are we like in there?
So I'll start off. So our first session after the character build started out at the kill floor, the kill house, for training prior to the Battle of Geonosis.
Right. Just like the simulations.
It was the simulations, yes. And the first mission, so we all have kind of our specialties. We've got our Commander Ajax, then we've got our recon guy Nox. Strix is our glass cannon. We're talking like one-shot kills on a lot of high-level NPCs, and then my character is the pilot and demolitions, and Crash may have broken a few things storytelling-wise that the the GM's like, well, I'm going to have to skip this part of the story because there's no threats left.
Oh, glass cannon's gonna be fun.
Well, actually, I'm less of a glass cannon and more of a accidental hero to the Republic.
Really?
Yeah. So in the first the simulation, we're doing a hostage rescue.
Right.
And somehow, with one of the rolls, going through the kill house, because it was a live fire exercise, according to the GM. And my character, because he's primarily a anti-armor setup, as well as a pilot, accidentally blew a hole in the wall and knocked out everybody but the hostage. Like there was like 3 or 4 more minor combats, and we got into the first one and went to the final one with 1 shot. So yeah, that kind of broke the game a little bit.
Like, are we talking broken build or just accidental luck, roll of the dice?
More an accidental roll of the dice. The dice system for the Edge of the Empire system has triumphs, and you can kind of spin those how you want. Well, I ended up with, I think it was like a double triumph. So he's like, well, I guess you blew a hole in the wall. Oh, that's cool. and his final response was, blew a hole in the wall because of your explosive skill set, took out everybody in the room except the person you were trying to rescue. And I was like, okay, I'll take that. So that led to some extra just kind of downtime role play discussions, and so our squad's Hex Squad, and then there's Trill Squad, which was kind of our rival Commando squad. Well, we made one of the our rivals into Clone 99 by accident.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a brawl, and one of the other guys hit, I can't remember, was it Rust, I think was the name, hit him with a lunch tray and rolled a crit somehow. I can't remember. Yeah, I don't know how we spec'd the lunch tray, but we did. And it was like, like blinded or something.
Holy
it was very entertaining.
That's kind of fucking brutal, but hey, Clone 99 is honestly one of the best fucking clones.
Exactly.
He died a hero. And anyone saying otherwise, you're wrong.
So, yeah, that was kind of like the setup mission. Yeah. And then we had kind of another precursor mission where we were to go to the Rishi moon and fight a Rishi eel, is kind of like our passage trial by fire.
Right.
And Strix the glass cannon just like one-shots this thing. And so we ended up so our colors for the Commandos, like a matte black with purple highlights. Well, not being the biggest fan of the color purple, Crash ends up with like this handprint from when he was helping out one of the other clones. And so he's like, well, I'm just going to make that the marking on my forearm. So the rest of them have, like, I think Strix has Jang eyes and kind of Mandalorian throwback. The other two have some other, like, purple highlighting, and Crash just has like this big, thing on his arm of a handprint. So kind of entertaining.
Nice. So as you're seeing here, I am currently drawing trying to do an action scene where a clone commando is just dismantling the usual suspects. One of my
Yes.
personal droids from Star Wars, the B2 battle droid.
They are a fun adversary.
Yeah. They're in the proper Star Wars. These guys are actually can be pretty scary, unless you know how to deal with them. And I assume your characters, the Commandos, know that pretty well, huh?
In one of the later missions, my character one-shotted a squad of B2s.
Ooh.
Just pure luck of the roll, but it was like, hey, yeah, there's this squad over here. Okay, fire one shot, and the way he's statted, it's like, oh, and they're gone.
How did that thing get explained?
So I rolled a triumph as well as a crit.
Right.
And the way my character is statted with explosives, basically any explosive gets doubled.
Really?
Yeah. Again, just the way he's statted, and it's like, oh, and the damage. I think the damage ended up being like 25 each, which took them out.
Oh.
It was pretty wild, a little overdone. So,
I mean, there's no kill like overkill. It's kind of like how you deal with the Devastators from Helldivers 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to point out to everyone here, playing Helldivers 2 against automatons is basically how I imagine fighting against the CIS in the Clone Wars.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I've seen some mods; they're fucking beautiful.
So, yeah, that's like all pre-Geonosis storytelling for Hex Squad, specifically Crash.
Huh. Neat. Let's see. Crash was your character, right?
Yes.
And then Hex Squad. So, you said you were a squad of 4. What would be the other fellas?
That is Ajax, Strix, and Nox.
Nice. Ajax, huh?
Everybody went with an X in their name. And of course, I'm just like, I'm going to be different. Not fully realize, because I picked a name before Nox picked his. And I was thinking, oh, maybe he's going to do something different. Nah, he went with an X in his name.
So Ajax, Nox, and what was the other guy?
Strix.
Strix. Okay, I thought you said Styx, but because I was starting to wonder if they were doing sort of like a Greek thing.
I think that was some of the inspiration, but at least for Ajax.
Yeah.
Not sure where Strix got his name. We actually never really discussed that.
Well, you do have Ajax and Nyx, so there's two out of 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the potential of Strix being Styx, but
And then my character is a pilot primarily.
And you're called Crash.
Yeah.
Have you crashed yet?
No.
You know it's gonna happen, right? RNGesus will make that happen.
Well, I mean, it did come close during a little space combat where might have skipped over something, but then one of the other guys doing gunnery duty got again another triumph. So sometimes we'll have the worst rolls, and then randomly it's just the best rolls possible.
So it's really Star Wars with how a unfortunate situation can get really lucky.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's something I like about the series. Let's see.
So,
Like that.
so that's so our first mission during the Clone Wars proper
Right.
is a communications base outside of Geonosis.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a communications relay post.
So this is during the first attack, right?
It's the prelude. It's while the Republic fleet is coming in.
Right.
We're actually in the vanguard of that.
So this is during the time where Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Padme are being sent to fight in the gladiator pits, right?
Correct. Yeah. Yep. So we get tasked with going in and neutralizing this communications post before the fleet arrives.
Mm-hmm.
And we're supposed to get a rival out of this. Well, some Nemoidian, and they're obviously B2s in the comm center. Yeah, the Nemoidian ends up getting one-shotted by Strix, and it's just like, oh, okay, well, so much for our big rival. And it's just like maximum chaos. It's like we eliminate. It takes 2 sessions, but we kill anything that moves on this. Blast the relay, and so the GM's like, all right, I've got to come up with something more difficult for you guys because you're just like walking through. You're just cutting through everything.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with myself.
A little bit of a power fantasy is always nice.
Yes, yeah. So, yeah, we then the next, and again, yeah, he's trying to like build up this big rival force. Dead, just dead.
Oh boy. Well, again, what could he expect? He tried to give you a Nemoidian rival. Like, it's like trying to put a Chinese soldier against a Navy SEAL.
Yeah, actually, no. It's like a Chinese cook against the Navy SEAL.
No, actually, dude, Chinese cooks are actually kind of dangerous. You see the stuff they work with, right? They do biological warfare on a daily basis.
Yeah.
I will never talk well about Chinese cooking until I see something that looks like food from them.
Good luck with that.
Exactly. So they're gonna get trash talked until the end of time. But then again, it's probably difficult making food when you don't have food.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah. So we end up getting So the next mission is the actual assault on Geonosis.
Yeah.
And we've been given a separate task from the rest of the ground pounders. Basically we're trying to get some relay information.
Mm-hmm.
And end up encountering a I guess it's a company of clones that are pinned down.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's like an injured Jedi and their Padawan. Yeah, because again, he's trying to build up these recurring characters.
Mm-hmm.
And this scenario is kind of designed to, well, you can't do everything. Yeah, that was a lie.
Yeah, the way you just said it there just made it really obvious. Like, yeah, you're gonna prove you wrong there, buddy.
Mm-hmm. So we end up So again, they're pinned down from multiple angles, and he's got this story with multiple encounters and ambushes and all this other stuff set up. So we're supposed to be dealing with these, the immediate threat. There's a downed lat, one of the troop carriers.
Right.
So between Ajax and his high mechanics skill, Crash and my insanely high piloting skill, we load up the wounded and fly this thing, like hover it, back to a rear area to get all these clones out of harm's way. And the GM is a little flustered, but also impressed. He's like, well, it's not supposed to be the way it went. I'm like, well, we're saving lives, my friend.
Well, so he's at least the GM's flexible.
Oh yeah, I mean, he always talks about how we break the rails of his games constantly, and sometimes he can't adapt on the fly, so he ends sessions early.
Well, it could be worse.
We just break things that hard sometimes.
Well, at least he's not one of those butthurt people that was like, oh, I spent so long trying to fix this and you ruin it.
Yeah, no, he is definitely not that kind of GM. It's more of like, well, I didn't expect that. All right, I'm gonna have to make it harder for you next time.
That's when you just lean back and say, you gotta expect the unexpected, Padawan.
Basically, yeah. And what I really liked about that scenario was not only did we rescue this company of wounded clones, then we ended up taking on their mission because he's like, well, I'm gonna have you do something else in addition to. So. Right. He's got these ambushes set up. Well, Crash has a jetpack. Crash is also very aggressive, as you can tell with his anti-armor. So he flies up to the rim of this canyon, spots... Somehow I get this really good perception roll. Spots all the enemies, and one-shots a droideka setting up an ambush. It's like, yeah.
Oh. Wait, you one-shot a droideka?
Yeah.
How? Wait, is Sheila's down?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's kind of good because droidekas are kind of paper mache without their shields, but still, like, holy shit.
Yeah, I did a basically a roll to see if it had its shields up, and it went really well. And shields definitely were not up, and it was not up either.
Well, the shields weren't up, and then the droid went down.
Yeah.
Terrible shame. Poor separatist taxpayers.
Indeed. I felt really, really sad.
Yeah, totally. I mean, let's be honest, the Separatists have probably better uses of tax money than we do. What?
We don't need to go talking about modern politics in Star Wars.
I'm just talking about taxes. We're talking about the horrors of war.
So yeah, it's like, and that's another thing. So he's like setting up where it's like supposed to be coming out of the factory, the subterranean factories.
Right.
So what do? Rather than fight them, we just blow up one of the tunnels. He was not. He expected us to go balls to the wall and just go fight down in there. And like, no, we're not going. It's gonna blow it up.
I mean, you're probably a group of practical thinkers, and well, you're kind of stopping an enemy from coming out if you remove the only exit or the main exit.
Exactly.
If you have maybe not destroyed the enemy, but you've certainly taken them out of the fight until they found one of the secondary exits.
Exactly. And then ended up rescuing, was it? Yeah, Trill Squadron. Or Trill Squad, because they got cut off and were somewhere. So we go in, we rescue them with the rest of the clone company that we saved.
Based.
So that was one of those moments of like, so we've kept all these people alive and now we're using them. Yes, this is the way it ought to be.
So is there like a squad command mechanic there? Like between you and NPCs?
So we kind of homebrewed one.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah. And it was a little janky the first time we played through it, but it was like, no, this is actually gonna work pretty well.
I mean, that's kind of one of the things that made the original Republic Commando good, because of the squad mechanic.
Yeah, yeah. We ended up, we had 4 or 5 like named clones. One of them was named Bugbite, and we rescued him from a Geonosian attack, obviously.
Good.
Then
I'm not gonna say my opinion about the Geonosians. Might get me canceled on YouTube.
Yeah, so we ended up oh, just one thing with the Katarn style armor that doesn't have the vertical vents on the cheek plates.
Doesn't it?
No, it's got a circular vents up close to the front.
Oh, right. See daisy. Then I'm just gonna let it be like this then.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm trying to go by a picture you sent me. There's some detailing here I need to fix. I've cheated a bit by removing, by covering with the gun, and it's not gonna be 1 for 1. As yeah, I think what you call this is griblets. You know, all the extra detailing on like sci-fi tech.
Oh yeah.
Griblets. Not
Something
at all.
like that, yeah. That's like I don't do the builds and the trooping and all that jazz. I'm just like, yeah, no, I find this stuff interesting, but I'm not building them.
Oh no. But at least you got the. Do feel free to tell me when something needs a slight difference, because even though I take some artistic freedoms here, there for the sake of time and effectivity, we do need to keep somewhat close to the actual thing. Disney.
Well, down trim, down.
Sorry. Just, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Far too well.
Oh yeah. Fucking Disney. Anyway.
Yeah. So we ended up that mission because he was trying to get us another rival.
Right.
So
and
let's see.
you just keep wrecking them. A new guy comes up, you wreck him. New guy comes up, you wreck him.
Oh no, we didn't kill this one though. We
really?
critted him with a stun weapon so hard it was basically, and nothing worked in his body ever again. But he was alive.
How does? What?
So we had Strix fire a stun bolt at him, and the way it worked mechanically was he was forced to roll a crit, and it was a loss of loss of consciousness, but the amount of damage was so high that if it had been a regular shot, it would have one-shotted him. But because it was a stun, it's like, all right, and for narrative flavor, he lost control of everything. Yeah, it was, we had to fudge that a little bit.
You turned a dude into a vegetable with stun weapons?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
What kind of fucking gypsy roll are you doing? Holy shit, dude.
I looked at Strix's stats, and basically, unless he rolls only one success, Everything else is basically insta-kill.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It's wild, dude.
I don't usually say this, and it takes a lot for me to say this, but your character either needs a nerf or your enemy needs to be severely fucking buffed, dude.
Oh, that's not that's Strix. That's not Crash.
Oh,
Crash has some flaws. I tried to make him a little more well-rounded,
yeah.
rather than just specific types of combat.
Right.
So
But
your
buddy needs a nerf.
Yeah. Well, the problem is, it's like he's so good that it kind of turns into, well, either we stat everybody else super high and nobody else gets a kill, or just try to put him at the back of the batting order when we go, but he usually ends up like first or second, which makes it even funnier.
Of course.
So, yeah, it's very interesting. And
I can't imagine.
one of my personal favorite, like, where I broke the game for the GM, but was truly inspired because we were in like this data center on Geonosis. So I decide to do what my natural inclination is and request an intelligence officer from the Republic to come and take possession of the prisoner and to like, download the data. And the GM just sits back. He's like, all right, you're getting some extra XP for that, because I did not think you were going to play this by like the .mil spec book. I'm like, yeah, no, don't tell me I'm a commando and then not expect me to do data recovery.
Good.
Just don't. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. That's a good thing when you get rewarded for just following structure instead of just being the casual murder hobo.
Yeah, and that's basically like that moment for the GM was like, crap, I'm gonna have to like do all these extra things. So,
your GM has his work cut out for him, huh?
Oh, he does. But he loves this stuff. That's the good thing. And he also found like ChatGPT or Grok does an excellent job of like statting minions and NPCs.
Really?
Yes. So if and also like he can write a narrative, but wants it to like have certain encounters and build rivals for these encounters for our player characters.
Mm-hmm.
And it will fill in the gaps of like what he's talking about and kind of help with the narrative writing.
That's good use.
Even
of
create
AI.
dialogues.
That's good use of AI.
It really is, yeah, because that GM and a GM in another, we all play together, all really started getting into using the AI to kind of tweak or flesh out things that maybe they're not thinking of that they need to stat wise.
Yeah, it also
and it has made a positive difference. Yeah.
It doesn't lock them into be okay. Now I got to be all of this. Now it's like, okay, I can give this responsibility to the AI. Now I'm free to focus more on the campaign itself.
Yeah, and it helps flesh out, some of the way that certain character, maybe they have put down a character. They've generated a character dossier for like a rival or some other NPC that we encounter regularly, and uses that to really flesh out things that maybe they forgot the character's motivations would be because they've written it down somewhere else and like, oh yeah, go plug this in and double check. And so AI is a very useful assistant tool. Also
Yes.
really helps build out, it always needs double checking, but it's really good for like character creation in general. I'm actually getting ready for another somewhat related campaign with the same guys, and building a new character from scratch is one of the hardest things for me to do.
Yeah.
And because I always try to make them too well-rounded rather than really do one thing well.
Oh,
So
so
I
you don't do specialization. You like to min-max as much as possible. Sort of a
yeah.
you prefer the jack of all trade instead of the specialist.
Right, and then the way we often play, it's like I screwed myself over by not being more specific. So
Yeah, kind of what we do in Helldivers too. But that works for you and me because that makes us very more independent. How you constantly end up getting lost when we play.
I wouldn't call it lost. You usually just let me get murdered, and then it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to throw you over there. Bye.
I'm throwing you to where you died so you can get your stuff, dude.
Yeah, well, usually
Can
that's
you-
in the
can
middle
you-
of everything. Just
Can
kill
you
me.
say the same for me? Oh, I'm gonna
I've
throw you.
started
Where are you
doing the
throwing?
same
The
thing.
complete opposite way.
Uh-huh. I had to start doing that. You deserved it.
At least you're doing well with the mech. You
Yeah,
deserve
yeah.
headbats for that.
Yeah, when Disco and I were playing playing Battlefront 2, I'd always get the chicken walkers, and I can dominate a field with those pretty well.
Oh yeah. A little bit outside the thing, but if there's one thing Helldivers need it's to buff the fucking exosuits.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they need to have a reload option for those.
Well, not really reload. I'm thinking more if we could just get an ammo boost and some way to make it useful even after it is done with the ammo. Like I've seen on the internet some people say you could turn it into sort of like a portable hell bomb or at least a 500 kg.
That would be interesting.
Indeed.
But yeah, so back to the campaign that I've been playing. So one of the interesting things was, and so the GM for that game is in law enforcement. So he decided that he was going to have us. Oh, that's not suggestive at all. He decided that he wanted to make us do some intelligence work for one of the missions,
Okay.
which involved us, going to Coruscant, breaking into the archives, planting bugs.
The Jedi Archives?
Actually, the Republic archives,
Okay.
Intel archives. Yeah, we could get access, but we decided screw that. Yeah, we don't want to be obvious, so we're going to break in.
Okay, I have one more question before we continue.
Yeah.
The lore here, is it the old lore of the clones already knowing they were gonna betray everyone at the Jedi, or is this the new lore where they were like programmed with biochips and shit?
We haven't fleshed that out yet.
Okay.
I think it's the newer lore where there's no hint that we're going to betray the Jedi.
Okay.
Or maybe more accurately, that the Jedi are going to dishonor the Republic and betray
Yeah,
us.
the Jedi were at fault there. They're completely in the wrong.
Yes.
The clones did nothing wrong.
Yes. especially Hex Squad. We
right.
might be accused of war crimes, but that's just
War
a lie.
crimes, schmore crimes. They have General Grievous, okay? You can't really get on with that. Okay?
Oh, I'll wait until you hear what we did.
You've exterminated entire planets?
Not quite, but we're getting close.
Oh, well, okay, fair enough.
So some of our intel operations involved breaking into the archives, the Republic intel archives, duping some of the guards, which was rather hilarious, and taking their CT numbers, and then going to a restaurant because the GM made mistakes of sending me and Nox in.
Right.
And I may or may not have introduced the concept of space syphilis.
Oh my god. Clone biological warfare. That's a new one.
Well, it was just we were supposed to be trying to get to a table, and the table wasn't readily available. So Crash and Nox had a casual conversation very loudly about space syphilis, and we were asked to leave the restaurant. And clones were barred from ever entering that restaurant without an officer after that.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, you heard about space syphilis? Yeah, mate, totally terrible, sir.
It was such a breaking moment for everybody else in the game. I try to bring up space syphilis as often as I can now.
Oh, dude. You know how...
The best part is, because you know how deadpan I can get?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, that's how I delivered the space syphilis discussion.
I'm just imagining this, like, you have two clones talking, and you know that scene where Obi-Wan goes to Utapau, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, Cody, oh, come on, when I've ever let you down? Well, it was that time with space syphilis.
Actually, it was. I remember the conversation fairly vividly. Actually, that should be more of a blue coloration on the visor.
Yeah, I'm going for like gray. Well, I can turn to blue.
No, lore-wise, it's like back illuminated in blue.
Oh, I have an idea. I'm gonna add a little color to this. Just yeah. I'm gonna add
it
blue to
doesn't
the
have to be
visor
like
and do the purple for the arm.
Yeah. But yeah, so the conversation was something along the lines of, and of course the GM is having to play the NPC of the maitre d', and Crash is sitting there with Nox. It's like, I heard this restaurant had some really bad reviews. Some space syphilis got into the food.
God damn.
Those space spirochetes are just everywhere in this restaurant. Yeah, that was kind of the same reaction that everybody had.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, I would throw the fuck out of him. Yeah, I would ban clones too if that happened. I'm just imagining like serving clones and then start talking about that shit. It's like, yeah, you're swimming home. Get the fuck out. Jesus Christ.
I mean, it was truly one of those moments where we had not been, we'd been kind of playing for a while, but yeah, like two of the guys grew up together.
Right.
Two other ones, one guy knows the others through through university. So that's how 3 of them got together. The 4th one lives in the area with the one guy. So I'm like the odd man out. So they don't quite know some of my really deadpan humor until that day. And it's like everything's gotten so much more entertaining ever since that day.
That's a good way to break the ice of a certain.
Yeah, if you're not spreading around space syphilis too bad, you're doing good.
Yeah, I think so too. It's a generally low bar, but you know, as long as you manage to keep under it.
Yeah, it's like a limbo pole.
It is. It's gonna break your back one day.
Yeah, you know. better than going insane from the space syphilis.
Yeah, I hear they got I hear they're working on a vaccine for that.
I wouldn't trust the separatist propaganda on stuff like that.
Yeah, it's made by Nemoidians, so you know how that goes.
Exactly. They look like a spirochete.
This is getting out of hand. Now they are too early. I have a friend who loves when I say that one because he is convinced that I sound exactly like fucking Nemoidians.
Sound like him, you do.
Nemoidian, I am. Steal your shit, I will.
Powerful grifter is he.
Yeah, actually, yeah, pretty fucking much. They invaded Naboo just for the grift that Palpatine was offering. Like, ooh, we can get a lot of money from these. Let us do it. Hey, I'm just following the accent that George Lucas gave them, okay?
That's right.
At least I'm not doing the Toytarian one.
Misa, no problem here. Misa, muy bad acting. Misa ruined career of decent actor.
Well, I heard he got a pretty good one in a Star Wars clip. He got to be a Jedi. That was pretty well.
Yeah, they gave him the actor a bit of a redemption arc, but
yeah,
it's like they did kind of screw his career, from my understanding.
Oh, they did, but at least he wasn't spiteful about it. I think the dude himself is doing pretty well, considering how Carrie Fisher and the other people were, and Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
They got the good deal. But yeah, that aside, what was the... Oh yeah, hey, at least I'm not being Watto the Toydarian.
I don't think we can do that accent on YouTube.
No, we cannot. Because magic don't work on me, only money.
Yeah. Yeah, so... But, yeah, so we ended up... the names of some of the characters that we were investigating were a little too on the news.
Really?
For shall we say staff that were currently at Lucasfilm at the time.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so we ended up conducting this investigation. Actually, I'll jump back to that because it doesn't really need to be told sequentially. But we ended up doing these investigations to track down a intelligence leak in the Republic military, and ended up somebody, I think, they were attached to the banking clan, and they were running blackmail, and then there was this one female that worked at Republic Intelligence with a very on-the-nose name.
Was she evil Macatratress?
Yes. And ended up taking... Well, so there was one character that was having a romantic relationship with a Jedi of the same species. Which, yeah, um,
Hmm.
that was supposed to be another rival, the Jedi.
Oh
And
boy.
yeah, yeah.
That didn't
So
go well.
we ended up capturing 3 individuals, and we set it up to look like the Pike Syndicate, because they staged a hit on one of them that failed because we took out their sniper.
Oh.
Um,
Wait,
yeah,
the Pikes
yeah.
are the ones with the fancy helmet, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think they're overdone as a threat personally, but we ended up taking them out, and so we captured all these people. My character has a very high intimidation stat to the point where my character was doing an interrogation and just like the NPC was very defiant, and my character just like, so you want to get blown up? Tell me what you need. Yeah, tell me everything you know. Got some good rolls, and then we decided to kill them all.
Oh.
And by kill them all, we blew up the apartment complex.
I mean, yeah, you're clone commandos. You honestly don't give a shit about anything.
Yeah. And the absolutely most entertaining part was the GM decided, oh, I'm going to make this a ongoing rival. You know, the Jedi that was having the affair with I think she was Trigruda, yeah, Intel. So
You killed it.
he comes and tries to attack us, and yeah, Strix one-shots him.
Of course.
It's like, oh, yeah, that's a thing. Okay.
Yeah, I hear that the quality of the Jedi were declining at that time, so you know.
Very much so.
So what was it? What was his name? Jedi Mag. Like the most on the nose Jedi name. Amagundai.
No. Actually,
That is a literal name, by the way. That is a literal name in Star Wars.
wow.
Imagundi.
Oof. That's pretty bad.
Guess what he does at the end of the fucking episode?
Nothing.
He survives. Yeah, doesn't die at all. No, he fucking dies.
Yeah. What is? Hold on. Where go? Here we go. The Dosune. That's the Jedi's name.
Dosune.
Yeah. Togruta Jedi Knight. Blown completely to hell.
Jesus. So
Yeah.
so blown up that there's nothing left of him, or can he come back like a cyborg later?
No. There is no mauling this.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And the best part about how he got taken out was the GM had done this like really cinematic arrival of 2 other Jedi, one of which we were going to know, and then this female Zabrak, and just it was going to be this real big cinematic battle between the 2 of them. Well, the 2 Jedi and Dosune, who didn't survive long enough. And yeah, so of course I decide to ham it up at this point, and like, oh, we're going to we're going to have Crash flirt with the female Jedi. Yeah.
Let me guess, you crit.
Uh-huh.
Of course.
So now Crash has a a Jedi back on Coruscant, thinking warmly of him.
You know what? I don't mind. There have been other situations similar to it, I suppose, and who knows, maybe a Togruta Jedi clone half-breed will be interesting.
No, not Togruta, Zabrak.
Oh, oh, well, you know, that's kind of hot.
You know.
Nice.
Yeah.
I do not disavow this.
It was just one of those. I'm just like, Crash was just gonna keep going until he either got disciplined or he got success.
Oh shit! Yeah, because every Jedi is basically at least a captain.
Yeah.
So you were flirting with a commanding officer.
Uh-huh. It was hilarious.
And you got away with it too.
Yeah, and it was like these like 2 or 3 horrible rolls, and then just triumph.
Of course.
Say, look at that! Crash has a Jedi thinking of him back at the home front.
Oh man, that's kind of cool.
It's kind of lore breaking in some ways, but in others, it's like I just.
Dude, it's even Lucas's Star Wars had room for random shit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
You had like clone deserters who started families of their own.
Actually, that's so. We have a couple games. So we've got the Clone Wars game. We've got a early Rebellion game. We've got a TIE Fighter campaign, and then a New Republic Starfighter Corps game going.
Wait, New Republic? So after the Death Star?
Yeah,
Oh,
second one.
cool.
Yeah,
Of course.
and we're using more like Legends lore for a lot of this stuff.
Legends lore? You mean Star Wars lore?
The real lore, yes.
Yes.
But it's interesting. So all the characters are kind of in the TIE Fighter campaign. One of the other player characters is the son of one of our clone commandos. And potentially the Twi'lek Jedi that is kind of our champion amongst the Jedi Council that we saved on Geonosis.
Really?
Yeah. So,
you know, you do have with that dude who's a glass cannon, you've kind of made yourself into a typical Star Wars team of having them being technically unbeatable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
No, seriously, you are really a fucking Star Wars. You are a Star Wars story.
Yeah. I'd like to see Hex Squad a Star Wars story.
If we get rich enough, damn right.
Yeah. And then, so in the TIE campaign, so we've got. Yeah, so the TIE campaign is. So we've got a character that is the son of Strix and possibly the female Jedi. And then there's another character that's my character who knows the sister of a character of mine in another campaign. And there's a strong suggestion that another character in that is related to a character that another guy plays in one of the other campaigns.
God damn it, The lore connection here is immense.
It really is. But the thing is, because we did it kind of as a joke at first, and then it's like start building all this additional lore, and you know, it kind of adds some interesting character tweaks. Because
Yeah, that's the fun about world building, dude. That is the fun about world building.
well, I think that the hardest thing to do is characterize each one where there's a connection in a way that makes sense. So there's a little bit of difficulty kind of breaking through that initial barrier, but it adds a lot to how the characters play out.
I can imagine.
Because it's suddenly like, oh, okay, this guy is like the brother of this character over here, who's the sister and wingman of this character, and it's a little weird and complicated, but it also helps flesh out the backgrounds of some characters. You know,
And also, it's kind of if one of the clones actually is a descendant. If one of the characters or more are descended from clone Jedis, then it means there were more clones that managed to break through.
Yeah. Well, and so the GM plays a regular character in another game who we kind of retconned this. So his uncle, or who he thinks is his uncle, is actually my character from the Clone War campaign.
Really?
Who's now a Mandalorian, yeah.
Well, I mean, you told me a little bit about this before, and I can understand why you would be accepted as a Mandalorian.
Yeah, and so Crash, because of, you know, because the Commandos were trained a little bit differently, actually has a working knowledge of the Mandalorian language.
Yep.
And so he actually uses that on a semi-regular basis, and it makes it interesting in that he can we'll have this for drawing at a later date, but he was in a one-on-one combat situation with a Mandalorian, mid-ranking Mandalorian death function.
Yes.
It's like, so part of the checks were, oh, this dialogue needs to be in Mandalorian, which made it fun. It made it a bit of a challenge. What's that?
Can you speak Mandalorian?
No. I barely speak English, come on.
American, damn it.
That's right.
I mean, Mandalorian is probably just a form of Australian, isn't
it? It sounds very Dutch, actually, the way it's written.
Yeah. Dutch Australian.
Which is rather entertaining, because it's like, oh, I'm going to basically Dutch it up.
Yeah, so a lot of half a donuts.
Yes, many half a donuts. Sometimes I get a whole donut from all the halves.
Oh, that's neat. Ability to combine, eh?
Indeed. Like a Zord or whatever it is from
Power Rangers.
Whatever that. Yeah, that thing. Yeah.
And it'll be a T-Rex sword.
Yeah.
Full circle. Let's go.
I'm down to clown.
There we go. If people are wondering why this B2 coming up behind the Commando is having his gun in the resting position, fuck you, it looks cool. That's why.
Fair enough.
Let's see. All right. I don't think that'll be. I know you said matte black, but it's.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I'm
like...
already starting to run out of time, and I have a few more effects I want to add to. So as you can see, this is Mandalorian A wrecking the face of Droid A, soon to be Droid B. Let's see. So
Granted, you know, for Crash, it's almost like he's too close in for his normal range.
Yeah. Well, too bad you're doing close combat here.
Yeah. 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 No, it's an interest. You know, it's kind of a fun way to, you know, build lore partly, but also just. I've never played RPGs before this, so now that I have, it's like, you know, this is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
doing nerd shit.
When you first get your teeth sunk into a good RP, not just any RP, it has to be a good one. When you first get your teeth sunk into one of those, it is hard to let go.
Yeah.
I miss when I was part of a RP team, dude. That was so much fucking fun.
Yeah, you know, the Sultans keeps talking about it, so
yeah,
it needs to happen.
Time's starting to get there, and you know, sooner or later, we're just gonna get there. You know.
Well, you know, it's fun. So the Thai campaign actually started off as it was going to be a one shot, basically like three or four sessions while one of the guys was on vacation.
Right.
And those characters we ended up the most attached to.
Really?
And those were the characters that were just like, yeah, you're gonna die. We don't care. And they actually have some of the richest backstories.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like my player character in the Thai campaign is a disgraced former, was it wing commander that was sent to his punishment after a court martial was to go be the wingman for Vader before the first Death Star.
Oh,
it's like it was like, you're going to die. We're going to make sure that you die, and he survived. And it's like, so it's like, oh, okay. Well, now we're gonna have to figure out something else to do to him. What?
I mean, those kind of stories are pretty good too. When you know they got a bad fate, but you don't know when.
Well, actually, so he
right,
survived his time with Vader. That and ended up, this backwater patrol squadron, and there's like the commander is, the flight commander is kind of wet behind the ears, so my character's kind of like subtly, actually, you need to do this, sir. Stuff like that. And so it's kind of a fun bit of. Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah, thank you. Let's see. Now I'm going to try to add. Oh yeah, blue glasses. I need to do better. Where's the?
Yes, you do. You must do better, Trim. Do better.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
You're not trying hard enough.
Let's see. That should do something. This is a thin hair, but it works really well for fire too.
That's funny.
Yeah. It does, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that was too big. That's what she said.
Did she though? Did she? Did the Zabrak really say that to a clone?
I don't know. Did she? You're the guy with the lore.
I'm gonna have to roll those odds. It's probably like 5 setback.
Oh, don't worry. You're probably gonna have a triumph, and you're gonna triumph all over.
And then that's how a character in another game got started.
You just play the intro. Just play the intro song of How I Met Your Mother.
Oh no!
How I Met Your Mother with Jedi and clones. What the fuck?
And so we ended up blowing this one Jedi to smithereens and flirting half the night. It was great.
Turns out she fucking hated that dick. And she got real turned on by how you killed that guy. That's gotta be one of the weirdest fucking conversations. So, clone, I like the way you killed that guy.
Yeah, my clone didn't pull the trigger. He was just covering for his buddy.
Plausible deniability. Good.
Exactly.
Pretend you weren't the one who did it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's see, and then I need to do another one. Now I'm doing the thing basics called fidgeting around.
Ah.
No, wait.
Are you
buzzing about? There you go.
Yeah.
It has to be fire.
Well, you know, there are such things as Australian clone troopers. You know.
There are.
Yeah. Let's see. I know I've got an image of one floating around here somewhere.
Oh, the glory of ChatGPT.
It's truly remarkable. Here you go. Here. That should distract you.
We found Bezek's clone.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ. Crikey, mate! Oh, fuck, if we do a fucking Star Wars thing, that gotta be Bezek's. Bezek.
It's worthwhile.
It is.
Oh, yeah. And because we were screwing around during one encounter, all of the clones in Hex Squadron have wolf pelts.
Wolf pelts.
Yeah.
And you didn't tell me this before because...
we wanted wolf pelts.
I mean, that's not a bad reason in itself. Let's be fair.
Yeah. Basically, they're part of an encounter. We were supposed to be attacked by wolves, and we one-shotted them. And it's just like, yeah, no, that's enough of that crap. And part of the infiltration is, and we're going in with these wolf pelts on into a pirate den. And yeah, no, there's just something really ridiculous about that whole situation. But I'll save that for another episode of Simply Sketchy.
Sounds good to me. Oh, there we go.
It's also kind of interesting with the way, you know, you kind of build your own lore with these games that we've already beaten half to death, but you can really get a good grasp of a lived-in world, which I think sometimes is missing for a lot of people when it comes to their own personal imagination. It's when you get those combined back and forth storytelling type situations
Yeah.
that you can really flesh things out.
That's also much fun.
So, oh well, just to burn off a wee bit more time. So there, a mission that I had forgotten about.
All right.
So we were supposed to go. Empress Tata, I think, was the name of the system, to extract some low-level diplomat, and we were accompanied by the Twi'lek Jedi, and ended up let's see, basically wrecking this lower level area that had some, you know, Sith cult member down in, and got some extra, you know, extra toys. My character is actually a decent swordsman, we've discovered.
Hey, that's cool.
Yeah, that's how to put it. Basically, he ended up like dueling with the, you know, like practice duel with the Jedi, and then it's like, oh, well, you're getting some extra XP for that. Cool. And then a sword showed up, and, you know, kind of accidentally. So Crash naturally grabs the sword, and it comes into play later. It's actually a wild moment, but since we want to spend some time so you can draw that better, I won't spoil things, but
Thank you.
yeah, my character's very entertaining when it comes to that sort of thing.
That's good. Let's see. Wait a minute. Wait, did I accidentally do something cool here?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. Alright, Bezek, fussing around will continue.
But fussing will continue until morale improves.
Damn right. Huh.
So yeah, it's
That's...
yeah,
That's
that looks pretty good.
Yeah. Huh. I'll just do a little bit of this in the edges. Now, if I
Yeah, you know,
remove-
the only thing I could think of, and it's a minor thing,
Go on.
is just like a bit of shrapnel flying out of the face plate of the B2.
Definitely. Let's see, there's a small part. No, don't even need much for that.
No, you just need like some little blobs. Yeah, that's looking good.
Yes, and then just for that little extra touch. There you go. Like that.
Yeah, that looks very much Crash-like. Ooh.
Yep. Let's see. What if I do? Yeah, a little lighter got better. I'm thinking.
About
I'm
there,
thinking-
because any brighter, it's starting to wash out the background a little bit.
Yeah, maybe 80, 90?
90.
90. We're going 90.
Yeah.
Oh, that was actually pretty good. A bit longer than. Actually, not that much. We're 1 hour and 20 minutes of recording, so that's pretty doing
Yeah.
pretty good. Thank you. I had a lot of fun with this one.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, but now my my RP story is captured, and if you want to do any of the other RP games as a subject, we can do that, because with 3 active and 1 getting ready to start, yeah, there's a lot of interesting deep lore for all these characters.
Definitely.
Plus, it's an easy, cheap and easy way for you to get good content.
Oh yeah.
Or bad content. Either way.
Well, let me live in the lie, please. Let's see, I'm looking at a little bit of the screens. Yeah, let's go with that one.
Yeah.
Pew pew. I get to play around a little bit. I like that. It's not perfect, but it's decent.
You know, for an hour of drawing rather than, you know, going back and, you know, being a perfectionist, I'd say you're doing pretty good.
Yeah. A little bit of rush job, some dirty work, and I usually do the silhouette thing, but this time I wanted to avoid it and see how it went.
No, I tell you, man, you're improving all the time.
Thank you, man. Couldn't have done it without you guys. Quite fucking literally.
Yeah, you know what? You gotta get there, man.
Yeah. Gradual improvement. Well, with that, I would like to thank you very much, Bleach, for joining me on another episode. It's always a pleasure having you here, and I'm really looking forward to next time.
Absolutely, sir. And yeah, just let me know what kind of content you want to.
Hell yeah.
Conjure up something.
Sounds good to me. Also, on the whole thanking round, thank you very much, Besek, for going through this, editing the video, and posting it. Appreciated and appreciate your hard work. And also a big thank you to Robert Renato for letting us use and abuse his music. Greatly appreciated. Go to his channel, give him a like, comment, and subscribe. Same also goes for Bleach, whose stuff will be linked in the description down below. And of course, Besik too, because he is working hard too. And of course, a final thank you to everyone who's taken time out of the day to watch and or listen through this. I appreciate it greatly. You kind of make this hobby worth doing, so thank you all for dropping by, and have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Forget to like and subscribe.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.
Cheers.